Ah, the 16th Amendment. That glorious 1913 gift from the progressive era that promised to make the rich pay their fair share. You know, the one that was sold to America like a miracle weight loss tonic. Just tax the millionaires a little and watch the government slim down. Fast forward 113 years, and here we are. $36 trillion in debt, an IRS that treats your paycheck like a suggestion box, and a federal beast that spends your money faster than a toddler with a credit card in a toy store. Welcome to the Republic, folks. Not a democracy. A constitutional republic. The founders designed it that way on purpose, limited government, enumerated powers, and a firm leash on the feds. The 16th Amendment didn't just slip a few bucks into Uncle Sam's pocket. It snapped the leash, handed him the checkbook, and said, "Go wild." The Federalist versus Anti-Federalist showdown, taxation was always the flashpoint. Let's rewind to 1787 to 1788. Alexander Hamilton, Federalist Papers numbers 30 through 36, was practically drooling over a strong central government with broad taxing power. "We need revenue for defense, debt, and the common good," he argued. Fair enough. The Articles of Confederation were a broke mess. The Federalists wanted a union that could actually function. But the Anti-Federalists weren't buying it. They smelled tyranny in the ink. In essays like the Brutus Papers and Patrick Henry's fiery speeches, they warned, "Give Congress unlimited taxing power, and you'll get an insatiable monster that crushes states, individuals, and liberty itself." Direct taxes, apportioned by population for a reason, to prevent the feds from picking winners and losers or bankrupting the people. "What is to restrain them from taxing us to death?" one anti-federalist asked. They demanded the Bill of Rights precisely because they feared the Federalists' vision of a powerful central authority. The Constitution was ratified with a compromise. Congress could tax, but direct taxes had to be apportioned. Article 1, Section 9. No blank check. The Anti-Federalists lost the battle but planted the flag for limited government. Fast forward to the Gilded Age. Robber barons, trusts, and idle wealth became the progressive boogeyman. Populists and progressives, Brian Wilson, the usual suspects, screamed that tariffs and excise taxes were unfair to the little guy. In 1894, Congress tried a peacetime income tax. The Supreme Court smacked it down in Pollock v. Farmers Loan and Trust Company, 1895. Income from property is a direct tax. Must be apportioned. Game over. Enter the brilliant conservative trap of 1909. Senate conservatives attached the 16th Amendment to a tariff bill, smugly thinking no way 3/4 of the states would ratify something so radical. "It'll never pass," they chuckled. Oops. The states hungry for federal handouts and whipped up by progressive fever ratified it in under 4 years. February 3, 1913, Secretary of State Philander Knox declared it law. The Revenue Act of 1913 followed, and the federal income tax was born. The not lawful elephant in the room. Here's where the satire gets spicy. Critics, including researcher Bill Benson in The Law That Never Was, documented irregularities in the ratification process. States changing wording, punctuation, capitalization, outright rejections that were later counted as yes, and procedural shenanigans that would make a Chicago alderman blush. Courts have waved it away as frivolous, but the deeper truth is constitutional. The amendment didn't just tweak a tax, it rewrote the Republic's operating system. It removed the apportionment safeguard the founders built to protect us from exactly this kind of centralized plunder. We are a constitutional republic, not a pure democracy where 51% can vote away your property. The 16th turned "we the people" into "we the ATM." Hamilton got his strong government. The Anti-Federalists' nightmare came true. Pros and cons, with a side of reality. Check pros, the sales pitch that worked. Revenue. It funded world wars, highways, and, allegedly, the common good. Fairness. Progressive rates mean the rich pay more on paper. Less reliance on regressive tariffs that hit the poor hardest. Cons, the punchline that keeps punching. Unlimited power. The feds now fund everything from wars to green energy boondoggles. Whatever lobbyist's pet project is trending on TikTok. Power of the purse? More like power of the blank check. Economic drag. High rates discourage work, investment, and growth. The Laffer curve isn't a theory. It's math the IRS pretends doesn't exist. Inflation tax on steroids. Print money, spend it, then tax the resulting mess. Classic. Tyranny by paperwork. The IRS audits the wrong people, loses billions to fraud, and treats citizens like suspects. As one wag put it, the income tax has made more liars out of Americans than the golf handicap. Erodes the republic. States became beggars at the federal trough. Individual liberty? Buried under 80,000 plus pages of tax code. Satire alert. We were told it would only hit the top 1%. Today, half the country pays it, and the other half gets refunds funded by you. The rich? They hire armies of accountants. The middle class? Welcome to April 15th, your annual colonoscopy without anesthesia. The punch. This is why you can't sit on the sidelines. The 16th Amendment wasn't a tax law. It was a constitutional coup dressed in progressive clothing. It replaced limited government with an unlimited appetite. It fulfilled every anti-federalist warning and buried the founders' vision under mountains of Form 1040s. We are still a constitutional republic on paper. But paper doesn't enforce itself. The power of the purse, Article 1, was meant to be our check on Washington, not theirs on us. This is your Monday wake-up call. If you're still on the sidelines, scrolling, complaining, hoping someone else fixes it, you're part of the problem. The 1787 blueprint is still there. It just needs patriots willing to dust it off. Sign the petition. Share the link. Reach out. Call. Text. Get involved. Run for local office. Demand election integrity. Demand fiscal sanity. Demand we return to the republic the founders gave us, not the mirage of free stuff paid for by someone else's future. Because if we don't reboot the system now, the only thing that will come to life is the federal monster, and it's already hungry. It's about rebooting the entire American home, the one we call our republic. The choice is yours. Take the step today. History is watching, and so is the IRS. Rachel Davis, independent candidate for U.S. Senate, Minnesota, 1787 blueprint. We the people. Share this. Sign the petition. Let's make the 16th Amendment the last amendment that ever needed to be fixed by the people.